Hi, everybody, and thanks for joining our second pitch session. Now we're having the growth group with 12 startups in the growth stage. The first session was already super insightful, really good pitches, so I can't wait for the second session. And of course, we couldn't do it without our panelists who will provide feedback and are here to really help all of the CPG startups. And yeah, maybe you want to introduce yourself and tell a bit about yourselves, and maybe also how people can contact you if they would like to reach out afterwards. Maybe Jamie, do you want to start?
I'll start. I'm Jamie Schmidt. I am the co-founder of Club CPG. Also co-founded BFF, which is a community in Web3. Before that, my background is in real CPG, I guess, Web2 CPG, building the brand Schmidt's Naturals. So took that from my kitchen to an acquisition by Unilever. So I have a pretty strong overlap of consumer products and also Web3, and also an investor, of course, with the fund Color Capital. And then a fun fact, I'm married to Cantino, who I assume all of you know. So we're partners in all things. So excited for today, thanks.
Cool. Jared, do you want to go next?
I can. It's a tough act to follow, but I'm Jared. I'm our head of ecosystem acceleration here at the Near Foundation, helping lead our accelerator platform called Near Horizon. My background is predominantly in Web2 VC, but I've spent the past 2 years specifically in crypto as a professor at NYU, teaching all of our blockchain courses. So very excited for all of these projects and to be involved today.
Awesome. Thank you. Justin, do you want to go next?
Sure. I'm Justin. I'm a researcher here at 1KX, which is crypto native VC fund. Prior to 1KX, I was actually working full-time in devs for about a year, starting in like mid 2020, late 2020. And before that was traditional finance, doing asset management predominantly.
Awesome. Great to hear. And then lastly, Joe.
Nice to meet you all. Joe Curcio here, COO at Daxos Capital. We have a focus on early stage investing, equity investments, all things crypto infrastructure related. My background is about a decade as an online poker player, professional. Founded a startup after that, made history on the TV show Shark Tank in the US, had a successful exit, did a bunch of years of consulting for blockchain tech companies in and around New York City, as well as started several different investment DAOs.
Awesome. Thanks for joining, everybody. And I think, yeah, as said before, you are today not just here to give feedback, but you will also select 3 favorite finalists that then have a chance to go and become CPG award winners and win altogether 25K. So maybe you want to make notes, because we will have 12 startups, and make a note of which ones are your favorites. Right, and then I think we will dive straight in. I will give you a few. I will let you know where we are in the sequence. That maybe we can also take a break in the middle, depending on how you will feel. Each startup has 2.5 minutes to pitch, and then the founder will be there for a question. Okay, shall we get started with Answerable? Pitch video, please.
Hi, my name is Alex DeBold, and I'm the founder of Answerable. I spent 30 years building e-commerce solutions used by millions of people, and one truth still exists. Brands suck at answering our questions in a timely fashion. And when they do that, between chat, slow Q&A, and basically firing people who exist to help in store, it means bad news. You and we want answers in under 60 seconds. We all shop on our mobile phone, and according to Content Square, over 20 billion sessions lasted only 60 seconds or less. The solution is Answerable's real-time Q&AI engine. Our engine basically allows brands to tap into both people and machine learning and AI to answer questions in a dApp. Our dApp consists of the ability to embed our application both online and in store via QR code. Our code that lives on these pages actually listens in real time. Instead of having a dumb Web 1.0 form, it listens. It listens when it sends a question to our apps. And those apps, being the customers or staff who are answering questions, all happens in real time. It's been growing at 13% month over month. What I'm showing you is actually the world's first dApp and marketplace, where on one side, we're building a knowledge and talent graph. On the other, we're unlocking enterprise value. And as this whole process works and continues spinning, we're building better experiences for shoppers and better AI models around specific shopping experiences. Our business model is to copy Google. $2 per question, whether you're in Shopify or in WooCommerce using your Stripe integration. Our goal is to get to 900 brands, and we're targeting roughly 200,000 brands in 5 verticals who are Shopify or Shopify Plus. We have a strong network of partners who are delivering enterprise class leads, and I have a patent. I actually wrote a patent. It was granted in Canada in 2019 around the role of people, AI, and machine learning to deliver a better global experience around marketing. This means we're laying the foundation for conversational commerce at scale, generative conversational commerce. My team is small but mighty, but you'll see from this milestone and the brands on this page that we have done an excellent job with a relatively small budget, unlocking some pretty incredible value. We're raising an incremental $600,000, of which over $100,000 was just committed by Outlier earlier this year. The goal is to get to our 900 brands, and if we don't write a lick of new code, we're going to be able to hit our target. But we need the runway and your support to get to the next step, which is a seed or Series A, and unlocking our integration with Open AI and ChatGPT. Thank you very much. My name is Alex DeBold, and I'm the founder of Answerable.
That's pretty cool. Faster answers. I think no one would ever say no to. So yeah, looking forward to your feedback or questions. Jamie, do you want to go first?
Yeah. Congrats. I like how you came out with your strong experience. I immediately gave credibility to the brand. It looks like you have a really solid team backing you up. And you came out right away with what the problem is, which is always very helpful. I got a little confused in the beginning. At first, I thought it was like a customer support platform where people were getting answers from the brands online. And then you shifted into what sounded like an in-store sort of support through the scanning. So I might have missed something there as I was taking notes, but I think just a little more clarity around what the actual product is right away. Yeah, good job.
Thank you. Jared.
So echoing Jamie, right? I think there's a lot here. Love the energy and the clarity towards the end of the pitch. I think being a little bit more clear about the wedge, your starting point, the exact customer segment, and the pain point you're solving. I was also a little bit lost on where you would start. Love the enterprise focus, but I think even dialing that back a little bit and saying, here's this specific customer segment that we're targeting and why and how we're working with them, I think only makes this even more cohesive and more compelling.
Awesome. Yeah, I agree with the others. I would add to like on the customer focus side, it'd be really cool to see kind of the go-to-market strategies around bringing more brands onto the platform. You were really good at being direct about the goal that you want to have and the amount of brands that you could target, but the ways in which you target them would be great to see as well.
Yeah, echoing similar sentiments as the others. I'd also like to hear a bit about your use case for the funds and how you're going to deploy them to get to your goal of 900 brands.
Thank you so much. Do we have the founder? Do we have Alex live with us? Hi, Alex. Thanks for joining. We can't hear you, I think. You might be muted. I have to say ground rules for now these answer sessions with the founders is you can only ask one question to the panelists or answer one of their questions because we have 12 startups in this session and otherwise we won't make it in the 90 minutes. But Alex, we still can't hear you, I think, but you can also...
You hear me now?
Now I hear you.
Okay.
So is it okay that you either just ask one question or answer one question, but not multiple, because otherwise we won't make it through all the startups in the time?
No, that's all good. I'll answer one question. As I powered through those slides, our goal is to answer a question wherever it may come, whether it's in the native app in Home Depot, whether it's on the webpage, scanning a QR code on pack. I don't care. If a customer has a question, you should answer it. That's number one. Number two, we're focusing on 5 key verticals. I know that was very quick through the presentation, but we have 5 key verticals where we had pilot customers. So Ferry Morse and gardening, Test Bros and automotive. So we've got 5 verticals where we're going deep in those specific channels so that there can be domain expertise. I think of Google and all the money they make in search as a bunch of topics, and each topic is worth X amount of billions of dollars, right? So we're choosing 5, and we're going to go deep on those 5 because all AI, all ChatGPT, everything requires content. It requires tagging. So by focusing on those 5 key verticals and building really good personalization agents, it can be licensed. So our go-to-market is direct. So the product-led growth, anybody can install our software for free today and get questions forever for free, your first 14 questions, using our Shopify app. And that's over 2 million stores in the Shopify ecosystem. We're focusing on partners like Luke's, Loox, who have 100,000 users of their app. So there's a whole bunch of non-competitive Q&A apps in the Shopify ecosystem that we're partnering with. He has 100,000. And we're doing rev share with those plans so that we can avoid the whole CAC and spending money through the nose to get new customers. It's all through partnerships. And lastly, it's the partners. So this month we launched with AS Monaco, the professional football club, that came through a partnership with Hype Sports Innovation. So there are other accelerators that are specifically focused around bringing e-commerce innovation to different verticals. And that's the goal. It's either software-led growth through Shopify, where it's the freemium model, product-led growth, or it's through partnerships with organizations. We're going to stay focused on code and optimizing the user experience and working through partners to drive the top of funnel customer acquisition.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks for the great pitch. I think also thanks for the feedback. That definitely, I think, was really interesting. And then, yeah, Alex, have a great day and see you soon. We're coming to our second pitch now. And here we're going into memberships and data-driven communities. Can we see the pitch, please?
Hi, I'm Ben, founder and CEO of Chasm. We're building the future of brand loyalty and data-driven communities. We help you recognize, engage, and reward members everywhere with the power of Web3. Existing loyalty programs are stagnating. These programs were designed for engaging on first-party channels, and not for the multi-channel world we live in today. They're slow to bring new experiences and rewards to members, and the result is that 2/3 of consumers ignore the majority of loyalty programs that they sign up for. Chasm makes it easy to recognize, engage, and reward members everywhere with Web3 superpowers. We plug into every member touchpoint, like loyalty programs, social media, Stripe, NFTs, and more, and we keep memberships updated on-chain based on no-code rules. We layer Web3 benefits on top of existing touchpoints so you can plug and play with token-enabled experiences, tiered exclusive access, and integration-free partnerships. There's no migrations necessary and no wallet required to participate. This is how it works. Chasm plugs into existing programs and touchpoints. Memberships are fully managed and maintained on-chain, and those memberships then grant access to Web3-enabled perks. Members are continuously engaged through no-code rules for gamification, and Chasm tracks all of this activity to deliver cross-channel audience insights. These memberships can be used to deliver amazing new perks to your audience, like integration-free partnerships, token-gated member-only spaces, and exclusive access to merchant discounts. We provide member-facing plugins for seamless onboarding, gamification, and quests. Members can participate with just a phone number or email address. On the back end, we provide a detailed member database with unified member profiles, enterprise-grade analytics, and integrations with all of your favorite tools. My co-founder and I have a history of delivering best-in-class, data-driven platforms and over 5 years of experience working together. Our last startup, Rivet, was an AI-powered reading app, which we grew to be the most widely used reading app for kids worldwide. Before that, we were both senior software engineers at Google, where my focus was applied machine learning and big data. Chasm has already helped hundreds of Web3 brands with data-driven community building, and we're now scaling this out to a more mainstream audience to bring Web3 to the masses. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that pitch. So yeah, excited to hear your thoughts. Jamie, do you want to start off?
Yeah, definitely impressive background. I like the program. I think it's much needed. I think I appreciate the different tiers within the loyalty program. But one thing I felt was missing was any mention of the competition. There are a number of companies addressing the loyalty space right now. And so I'm just curious, like, how you're different, maybe how you have a competitive edge. So curious to learn more about that.
And to build off Jamie, first of all, great pitch. And I think part of that differentiation may come through your go-to-market and customer acquisition. Loved kind of the list of all the logos and over 120 partners you have. currently. My recommendation would actually be to move that up further in the conversation to really point towards your traction, to keep the audience and really that investor, whoever you're pitching to, continually leaning in, but also talk about how you've acquired these customers, how that might actually point to your differentiation, what you've learned from them. I could keep going on and on, but I think you get the gist of what I'm saying here.
Yeah, I agree. Like the flow of the presentation was amazing. I think you did a really good job of describing the product and some of the unique differentiators versus like traditional like loyalty programs. I would echo the sentiment that it would be cool to see more around like the traction side. Like it seems like it's super powerful, the amount of traction you guys have in Web3. So bringing that to the forefront a bit more. Talking about that, maybe highlighting some of the unique ways that these brands are leveraging Chasm thus far would be good.
Yeah, agree with what the three previous folks just said as well. I think your bios were really strong. I wouldn't mind if you guys led with that. And also I wouldn't mind if you gave a couple examples or walkthroughs, and maybe you can highlight how you're better than the competition when you do that. One disconnect I had was you mentioned there's no wallet needed, but then you also mentioned you offer token gated member services. So you might want to connect the dots there a little as well.
Cool. Thanks a lot. Can we bring the founder up? Hi, Ben. How you doing?
Hey, hi everyone. Thanks for the feedback.
And as you probably heard before, you can only answer one question or ask one question. So we have time for everyone today. So it's up to you what you want to do.
Sounds good. I heard a couple different comments about the competition and why are we basically different, because there are a few players in the space. I'd say that our core superpower is data. So we have like a really powerful data backend. We can plug into anything. So your socials like Twitter and Discord, we can plug into first party data. If you're like a game, you can use our APIs to send us events, or if you're an app, things that happen in app or in your store. And we take all that data and then you can use no code rules to gamify a loyalty solution based on that data. So instead of like starting a new program from scratch or migrating from an existing loyalty program or like selling NFTs to get started, you can just plug into existing member touch points and we keep these NFTs in sync, and you can kind of layer it over whatever you already have and however you're already engaging your customers as a way of getting started and tapping into all these Web3 enabled perks. And I think that's a pretty big differentiator. I don't see anyone else taking that approach in the market today.
That's super interesting. Thanks so much. And I think everybody, I think we put your email there. So if you guys want to get in touch with Ben, you can just message him afterwards. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thanks, everyone.
All right. The next one is Sharement. It's also great traction, and I can't wait for Eli to share some himself about what's been going on there.
My name is Eli, and I'm the CEO of Sharement. We are a Web3 growth marketing and partnerships platform. We're a team of two founders. Myself, the CEO. I previously founded and ran a company called Skilled. We were a freelance network with over $3 million in sales. I founded Draft Fantasy, a side project that grew to over 200,000 users, and I also launched an NFT collection back in 2018 with a few friends. Together, me and Amir have launched ERC721R, the refundable NFT standard, and today our focus is on Sharement. So the problem we're dealing with is referrals and affiliates. That's where we're starting off. These programs have been incredibly successful within Web3, but most teams don't have a program today. The challenge is that it takes a bit of time to build these programs yourself, and then also finding the right partners is a huge headache. Teams have spent millions of dollars developing these programs, also lost millions of dollars. Recently, there was a hack a few days ago. Levels Finance lost $1 million to their referral program because it wasn't properly built. So what we're building, one, we make it easy for teams to launch a referral program in minutes, and two, help them connect with a large partner network. We also provide attribution, analytics to understand what's happening, one-click payouts, fraud prevention, which is super important for Web3 gaming, and simple partner communication. The product, here are a few screenshots of what it looks like, the analytics, payouts, partner network, and so on. We started working on this product around 10 months ago. To date, we've generated $25,000 in revenue. We're at around $5,000 a month right now. And we've helped customers generate over $400,000 in revenue. Some of the partners in our network, CPG is one, Zen Academy, Llamaverse, a bunch of others. We recently worked with Consensus, Pudgy Penguins was one of the partners for that, and so on. Zengo, also a wallet with 800,000 users. brief glimpse of the market. Lido, Stake Thief, that program, 30% of Stake Thief is from referrals. It's about $2 billion. Ledger was an affiliate for that and earned $16 million. Competition. So there's a handful of competitors doing similar things to us. Right now, all pretty small. We're the best of the bunch, I would say, but that could change quickly. And our business model is a hybrid between subscription and revenue share from the money we help teams generate with upsells later on. And yeah, we're raising a seed round now. I'd love to be in touch.
Awesome. Love Eli, love the founder, love their product, and excited to hear from you. Jamie, do you want to start?
Yep. Again, impressive backgrounds. I do think coming out with a problem before going too deep into where you come from might be smart. I do think it's a great idea for startups and something that a lot of communities would find value in. I walked away with two questions. One, would both the project teams and the partners have access, or is it more just for the project teams? I do like how you briefly went over the competitive landscape, but again, once doing that, it'd be nice to do a quick plug of like how you are different from those competitors.
Echoing Jamie, again, a great presentation. One question I do have anytime it's a product that's building for crypto native audience is really around how you think about market size. I know you mentioned market, but perhaps spending another 5 to 10 seconds on really your unique insight on that market and a little bit more about your acquisition strategy and ultimately market growth. For me, I think would be super helpful. But overall, great presentation.
Yeah, great presentation overall. Like Jamie said, on the competitor side, I want to believe that you're the best of the bunch also. But yeah, it'd be great to understand a little bit more about the differentiation there. And then also like on the market size or market segments that you could target. Like you mentioned Web3 gaming, which has an enormous use case for a referral program, but other verticals would be interesting to hear about as well.
Yeah, I had similar thoughts to these guys. Great presentation. I was thinking along the lines of Justin as well, focusing a bit more on the product, maybe walking through a few examples and talking about the TAM as well. I'd like to hear some details in the seed round and how the funds will be used towards the end. And I love that you kind of broke down your revenues, but I would like to hear a bit of kind of subscription versus rev share and your other pipelines of revenue.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Do we have Eli with us? Hi there.
I can't actually hear anything. I assume you guys are speaking at me.
Oh no, so you can't hear us. We can hear you though. So do you want to ask?
I can't hear anything.
Can somebody message Eli that he can answer one question and we do hear him, or he can ask one?
I see. Yeah, I see you guys are talking. I can see you guys speaking, but I can't. I'm not getting audio. I tried to log in with another browser, but yeah, right now.
That's a shame.
Oh, I can ask a question if I want. I guess I don't have any questions. I wasn't able to hear your previous comments either. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's a shame. I'm so sorry about that, Eli. But I hope the feedback anyways helped. I think it was very good feedback on improving the presentation. So I think then we just move on. That those things happen, unfortunately. So those were our first 3 startups. How are you guys doing so far? All good? Okay. I would say we do another 3 and then we can see how you are and if you need a break or if we just push through. That is, the next one is TweetScout. And let's see what that is. Can we see the video, please? Oh. Can we see the video? Yeah.
Hello, my name is Ilya. I am CEO of the TweetScout, the ultimate tool for analyzing crypto projects. TweetScout is only 4 months old, but it helps more than 5,000 people to avoid scams and increase profits by providing a comprehensive analysis of crypto Twitter accounts, enabling users to make smart decisions. Deep investment research takes a lot of time, and nowadays a lot of crypto users keep losing a lot of money on scams or simply failing projects because of lack of trust and real popularity indicators on Twitter. The amount of lost money reached $1.5 billion for the last bull run. To resolve this problem, we provide fast and, more important, deep automated analysis of crypto projects that include scoring system, automatic search for the project team on Twitter, AI-powered bot followers detection system, and much more analytical tools. At the moment, we use a freemium model where the account evaluation functions are provided for free, and more professional functions are provided for the subscription costing up from $40. As I mentioned before, we launched 4 months ago, and now we have 600 active users a day, 45,000 searched through our website, around $3,000 of MRR, and a lot of committed and upcoming partnership with another projects. It doesn't matter for our tool what type of influencers, projects, or fund you want to research. That's why our target audience is users who interacting with a lot of types of crypto projects. It's NFT traders, DeFi investors, GameFi users, and so on. We touch very wide audience of crypto guys. And to continue this topic, I want to notice why we are the right team to this big thing. We started in crypto in 2017 like a small investors and faced a lot of problems with a huge amount of scams on Twitter. It costs us a lot, but we took a hard lesson and made a lot of work on our performance. Now we know what we do, why we do it, and for whom. We plan to raise $240,000 at 10% token for the pre-seed round with TGE at the end of the 2024, and we will try to make it, of course, at the beginning of the bull run. This round will give us 12 months of runway, and that's enough to accomplish our current roadmap. And that's it. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you so much for that pitch. Very interesting, and can't wait to hear what our panelists have to share.
Yeah. I mean, I think we could all use something like this. So it's clear like there is an audience. But I think it's a big claim, and I don't know like what kind of disclaimers need to play into this, or like, but most importantly, like what criteria do you use to evaluate these influencers? That's probably the biggest question I have.
Building on what Jamie shared, I would spend a little bit more time talking about the product, how your verification process actually works, why that's differentiated, why that's going to lead to a sustainable and scalable model as well. But overall, great pitch. I thought the other components in terms of go-to-market business model, right, were really, really well done.
Yeah, absolutely. Something that we could all definitely use. You did a great job walking through like the market size, the problem, the verticals, your traction. Would love to just hear a little bit more about the product itself, though.
Yeah, great pitch, Ilya. Love your voice. Most enjoyable so far. I'd also love to know a little bit more about the product and kind of what your secret sauce is and why.
Thanks so much. Do we have the founder with us?
Hey, thank you for your feedback. It's I'm very glad to hear it. And I want to answer a question about our product and how we evaluate accounts on Twitter and how we detect bots. For bot detecting, we are using our own Maiden AI system that criterialize a lot of parameters like activity, like interaction with another accounts, and for scoring system we use interactions with weighted interactions from weighted players of market. First of all, we take the database of 100,000 accounts and start to categorize them first of all manually and then automatically, and then we use only statistics. We don't touch it from the start. We use a formula that categorize every account. It can be placed on the every type of project, influencers, and so on. And now we are working on some VCs targeted features, because it's I think it's very useful to VCs see what project is liable to go forward. And I hope I answer your question.
Yeah, thank you. That was really interesting and a great product. So can't wait to see where it's going. Thanks for pitching. And yeah, I think we have your email if anybody wants to get in touch afterwards. Have a good day.
Okay.
See you soon.
See you.
All right. That's the beauty, by the way, of the CPG community. We have a lot of very different projects, from security startups to CPG to NFTs. So we will see everything. The next is an enterprise play. So let's hear more about that. Can we watch the pitch, please?
Hi, everyone. My name is Zach Danker-Feldman, and I'm the CEO of Zua, the end-to-end Web3 app builder trusted by top global brands. Businesses are overwhelmed by every stage of Web3 development. Early stages are complex and laborious. Integrating Web3 with core business functions is clumsy, and often growth potential is limited due to inflexible platforms. These barriers lead many businesses to pass on Web3 entirely. Zua solves these problems at every stage to give businesses the confidence to build in Web3. Use cases can be designed and demoed quickly. Web3 can then be integrated with other business products and services, and new features can be added as the use case scales to empower businesses to keep pace with a rapidly evolving space. All of this enables brands to create seamless end-to-end Web3 experiences with each essential feature available out of the box. These include a white label marketplace, gamification, and utility enhanced by AI, AR and VR, and other tech, all backed by a full compliance stack. Zua's business model enables brands to choose from a set of options that range from tech-only to fully managed. Our fees incorporate a SaaS subscription model, professional services, and transaction fees. And in empowering brands with flexible offerings and a comprehensive feature set, we offer one platform with limitless opportunities. Zua's enterprise-grade SaaS 3 platform provides businesses with the features they expect when building. These include low-code tools, APIs, enterprise integrations, and their choice of blockchain topped off with a time to market that no competitor can match. As a result, we are very experienced serving the enterprise space with reputable clients and partners around the globe. We have good tech, good references, and our company is already generating over 1 million in ARR at an early stage. On top of that, we have a team of superstars, including a serial entrepreneur with multiple CEO and chairman roles alongside multiple exits, a tech leader with decades of experience, and a Web3 degen with his finger on the pulse of the industry. Our team is raising $3 million, which will help us build on our momentum in the enterprise space and dive into big opportunities not listed here. We hope you'll join us in our efforts to drive mainstream adoption of Web3, because we believe blockchain itself won't change the world, but what we do with it will. Thank you.
Wow, over 1 million in ARR already, not bad at all. I'm looking forward to hear your feedback, Jamie.
Yeah, I think it was a great pitch. You were confident, it was very well delivered. I think what I'd like to see is speaking more to like a newbie, right? Like a brand who wants to understand more like the opportunities in Web3. You covered, kind of the challenges on a higher level, but maybe more specific around like what exactly you can offer them, because a lot of the brands you're pitching to probably have like zero understanding of what the capabilities even are.
To build on that further, overall great pitch. It's always tough to fit so much into 2.5, 3 minutes there. So definitely understand that. To build on that, would love to also to understand some of the use cases with your current partners and how that's only going to increase, right, your go-to-market flywheel and customer acquisition. Just to get a better understanding, the revenue projections, always love to see up and to the right, but tactically, how does that play out in part of your go-to-market and customer acquisition? And is that part of the use cases? Is that part of product-led or sales-led growth? Just getting a better understanding of that as well would be really, really powerful.
Yeah, I agree. Like very fleshed out presentation. You hit many of the major points. And given that it is quick pitches, like it's hard to fit all this content in. But yeah, would definitely love to learn that as well around like how customers are using the project today. Like you hit the different like tooling that you're able to provide, but maybe seeing like an actual example would be helpful as well.
Hey, Zach, you did a great job storytelling. It was very engaging. I love the way you presented all the information you did, and you presented like 98% of what I wanted to hear. I think just to kind of add to what these folks are saying, if you could touch on like kind of a use case or walk us through an example of a Web2 brand and how they would leverage your product to convert into a Web3 brand, I think that would really help during the presentation. But other than that, great job.
Do we have Zach with us?
Yeah, can you all hear me?
Yes, we hear you. Hi, fantastic pitch. Would love to hear. You can ask a question or answer one, what you want.
Absolutely. I appreciate the feedback first off, everyone, and the great questions. Start off with one of the ways we teach brands how to use Web3 is through providing a demo environment that they can use within an environment deploys within about a minute. And then you can customize it using low code tools through it. A lot of the early stage development stuff really, really quickly. And then you can actually show business stakeholders what the process looks like, what the use case is incredibly quickly with pretty much everything. Now, what our use cases typically are based around a foundation of digital ownership of NFTs that we then sort of add more layers on top of with low code tools, APIs, integrations. We've worked with, so for example, the AP and soon Canon are launching photography NFT marketplaces. One is more focused on curated content from AP archives. The other one is going to be more focused likely around UGC and curating community content. With others, we're trying to create, we're trying to move more toward customer engagement models and free to claim NFTs where you complete challenges and then move forward in that to reward your users that purchase, other products and services or just participate in other parts of a brand and reward them for that through these programs, similar to like a Starbucks Odyssey, but with some other different interesting spins on it. We're incorporating AR, VR experiences and tooling. We're trying to dive into the AI space as well to add interesting utility on top of that, foundation of digital ownership. But it's pretty versatile and flexible, and you can go in a lot of interesting areas around it.
I can tell. Thank you so much for that great pitch and really well done on attraction so far. Can't wait to see where you're going. All the best.
Thank you all.
All right. The next one is Coin Coffee. They actually won the CPG awards the last time around last year. So yeah, can't wait to share them with you. Can we see the pitch, please?
Hi, I'm pleased to introduce to you Coin Coffee, a Web3 coffee brand designed for true coffee enthusiasts and brands that aspire for more than just the ordinary. My name is Andre Ramsey. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Coin Coffee. I'm a 20-year growth marketing expert, and my co-founder Ken Julian has more than 20 years of experience in coffee, food, and beverage. Our team has a combined experience of over 60 years, and we are ready to take on this exciting venture. The coffee market is crowded, and amidst the noise, consumers are struggling to find high-quality coffee and experiences tailored to their unique taste and preferences. And according to McKinsey research, 80% of customers switch brands due to poor customer experiences and lack of personalization. At Coin Coffee, we're making premium specialty coffee more accessible, customizable, and inspirational while leveraging blockchain technology to power our rewards program, giving our customers the high-quality, personalized experiences they crave. With the coffee market expected to reach $540 billion by 2025, the potential is immense. Using a top-down approach with a TAM of $400 billion and a SOM of $1.5 billion. Our competitors, Starbucks, have been recognized the potential of Web3 in their rewards program. Black Rifle is a niche brand that recently reached a valuation of $1.8 billion. But these are not threats. These are validators that our market is ripe for a new disruptive brand like Coin Coffee. We aim to be the next Black Rifle, targeting Web3 and BIPOC consumers. Our motto is straightforward. We're a D2C premium coffee club subscription expanding to retail and wholesale. We've made some promising progress. Our customers have generated more than 3,000 in Java rewards, and we've onboarded 2 Web3 brand partners and have over 75 satisfied customers. Our goal is ambitious. We want to onboard 2,000 subscribers with 80,000 MRR and 960,000 ARR by Q2 of next year, and we aim to reach 1 million MRR and 12 million ARR in 3 years. We're currently raising an 125,000 pre-seed angel round with 35,000 already committed and 10K already in the bank. And we plan to raise an additional 2 million later this year. Together, we can redefine the coffee experience, and we appreciate the opportunity.
Awesome. Really loved the new pitch. There's some things I hadn't seen before. Maybe give it over to Jamie, our CPG expert in the house.
No, I enjoyed it. I think, there's no disputing the market size, the competition, the opportunity. Like, that's all very clear. 2 things stood out to me. I think, one of your biggest differentiators is obviously this, connection to Web3. But I'd like to see you go deeper into why that's an opportunity, why it's interesting, why it's important, why customers might be attracted to that. And then in the pitch, in the deck itself, if you're showing that, just maybe some more photos of the product, like seeing the coffee in a cup or somebody enjoying the coffee. But great job.
Echoing everything Jamie shared, and to build off that in the why Web3 piece, tying that to the core unit economics of the business. So it really makes sense in a holistic way, I think is critical. Loved all the other components in terms of market sizing, pricing, traction. Great job on that.
Yeah, also love the pitch overall. It's such a cool concept, right? Web3 coffee brands. It'd be cool to like Jared and Jamie were saying, kind of understand a little bit more about why Web3 or what unique perspective that Web3 enables for Coin Coffee. Maybe diving in a bit more on like what makes it like so customizable or accessible. That would be really cool to learn more about.
Yeah, echoing similar sentiments. Also, I guess to add to that, would like to hear kind of the market expansion strategy for you to hit those MRR, ARR numbers that you'd like to hit within 2 years. Exactly how you feel about it.
Do we have Andre with us?
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Hi,
Can you hear me
Andre.
okay?
We hear you, yeah. Do you want to
Excellent,
ask
all
or
right.
answer a question?
I'll answer. So the question of how we plan to get traction using, I'm assuming it's the raise. I have a significant experience working with agencies like Madrivo. They're a partner of ours, where they've helped launch brands like Dollar Shave Club. And so what we're looking at doing is taking the monies that we're raising right now is to really refine our customer experience, packaging, getting ready for the free trials. And so what we want to do is launch with Madrivo so that we can offer free trials, offer a free 1-month subscription with the coffee, which will have variety pack in it. Once you get the coffee, you taste it, then we want to work on our customer experience to onboard those customers for long-term traction, keeping those customers as long as we can with a unique customer experience. And one of the things that we do to do that is we're looking to launch our machine learning, where we take inputs from customers regarding their customer coffee profile, things that they like, what single origin, micro lots, and then using that machine learning technology to offer different coffees to those customers net of their preferences. And so the Web3 component of that is just really not only our Java coin that we launched, which allows them to be able to redeem Java coins for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other tokens. But we don't really want to hyper focus on that. We're hyper focused on really providing a unique personalized experience. And so that's one of the things that we're looking at doing, using machine learning, using customized coffees. I have them here with me in the back there, but we're working with looking at high profile, high signal, I would say high profile, high signal influencers that are looking to leverage their PFP And so we are partnering with them to launch their own personalized coffee to leverage their communities. And so those are just several ways where which we try to dive deeper into personalization.
Really awesome. Thank you so much. And the whole CPG community is behind this. We really hope for you to succeed. And yeah, thanks for pitching today.
Thank you, guys.
Bye. Okay, that was a half of the startups. We're a little over half time, so we're just about good. How are you feeling? All okay? Cool. Then I would say we go straight into the next one, which is a video, YourFeed. Can we see the pitch, please?
Hi, my name is Abhinav, and I'm one of the founders of YourFeed. Have you ever wondered why there's no famous radio presenters? John Medina's book, Brain Rules, offers an answer. When we hear a piece of information and are tested on it 3 days later, we remember around 10% of what we're told. But that number goes up to 65% if we are presented with a visual along with the information. What's clear is that video is king. But what is also clear is that many Web3 organizations are missing out on this power. That's where YourFeed comes in. We are on a mission to bring Web3 from behind the flashing emojis of Twitter and unleash the power of video, whilst also rewarding users in the process. We've developed a platform that turns 2D PFPs into AR filters, like this one, that people can use to record videos or live stream. Imagine NFT DAOs hosting engaging MAs by video, vibing whilst letting their members remain anonymous, all whilst creating great repurposable video content. But we're not just about video, we're also about rewards. With YourFeed, casual users earn our native currency, YourCoin, which they can then exchange for digital goods, brand deals, and other raffle prizes. While super users such as creators, communities, and brands can earn a stake in the platform through our governance token and have a say in the future. Our Learn to Earn Quest system provides a stage for brands to build awareness, whilst the video medium lets them express their authentic voice to build trust and credibility with Web3 users. Plus, we've got monetization covered, with a premium subscription model, paid brand placements, and in future, a community-vetted advertising model. Our Apple, Android, and browser-based apps are in beta, but have already got 4,000 users. Now we're going live as one of the handful of apps on the Solana mobile phone. But don't worry, we're not leaving EVM users behind. With both Phantom and MetaMask integrations in place, we're starting to turn on activations with some premier NFT communities. Come talk to us about how we're thrusting Web3 creators and communities into the video generation.
Very cool. Something quite different. Yeah, looking forward to hear your thoughts. Jamie.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I loved your use of videos throughout the pitch. Very smart. I was asking myself, throughout the pitch, like, how is this going to be monetized? But you covered that. Well done. I like the rewards component. I don't have a lot of questions or constructive feedback. I am sort of curious. Like, one thing that came to mind is like, can we do this through TikTok or Instagram? So just maybe digging a little bit deeper into like the existing, I know it's not a social media platform necessarily, but the opportunity to create videos that can later be shared, present some sort of, I guess, competitive threat.
Echoing that, great pitch. I thought it was also a great demo day pitch. Very, very different. I would also perhaps recommend a kind of a standard deck for folks who may not fully resonate with the video first approach, just as one point of feedback. The other thing I think about too is anytime you mention number of users on a platform, so you have 4,000 users already on the beta, also being prepared and perhaps expanding upon that engagement that's happening and any type of retention or engagement metrics as well, I think are all top of mind for any consumer investor. But overall, really engaging, loved the flow, and really, really interesting product.
Yeah, super creative pitch. It's awesome to have like the engaging content kind of correlate with what you're talking about. I guess from my end, I had like a couple questions on the product. Mainly, it'd be awesome to understand like if the AR filters can be used in native applications like Discord if you're targeting like NFT communities, for example. And then if like the PFP projects, if you're working with any of them directly on like partnerships at this stage, because that would be really cool funnel into the product itself.
Jamie kind of mentioned some of my thoughts. I'd like to hear kind of the macro vision. Would you like to kind of be acquired by an Instagram type and become a feature, or are you looking to grow to compete with them in a Web3 sense by attacking NFT communities and building your user base through that avenue? But overall, yeah, great pitch, really unique and captured my attention. Thanks.
Awesome. Do we have the founder with us? Hi, Abhinav.
Hello. I have real face.
Yeah, do you want to ask or answer a question?
I'll try and answer some of the questions that were raised. Thanks so much for your feedback. It's really useful. I appreciate your time. So I think just on the kind of big incumbents, right? I think we're kind of focusing on us trying to get a wedge. Social media landscape changes over time. You know, there was Instagram, then Snapchat came, they stole some features from Snapchat. It became a big part of Instagram. Then TikTok came along, those features came in. A lot of these platforms keep coming in and taking the share of a large and continuing to grow marketplace. And our wedge into that is Web3, which on a per user basis is very, very valuable. So we're basically coming into the bigger marketplace through a very valuable wedge. And I think that's kind of the way we look at it. Whether we end up taking one of those out, I don't know, but I think we focus on our niche and grow from there. And so the big play there is NFT, PFP community partnerships, as Justin mentioned.
Awesome. Well, really, really great pitch, really interesting product. Wish you the best with it and can't wait to see how it develops. See you soon.
Thank you so much.
Alrighty. By the way, you're doing great. The feedback, I think, is really awesome and is helping people to sharpen their pitches. So really, really thank you for all your brain capacity. I know it's not easy to concentrate that hard. It's 5 more to go. So you're doing really great. Thank you so much. The next one is Cloud Scouts. Can we see the pitch, please?
Hey, I'm Riley, and I'm excited to welcome you to Cloud Scouts, a web-native scout troop where the future of community building meets the future of work. Communities are at the heart of Web3, yet those leading them are often isolated, juggling meetings, events, and content creation without a space dedicated just for them. At the same time, skilled community builders are scarce, leaving teams wholly unprepared to innovate. I was a scout as a teen like so many others across the globe. Now, it's our turn to bring exceptional exploration into Web3. Our ecosystem of sub-communities brings creators together for skill development and constant learning. Web3 is maturing, and it's demanding more from us. We need seasoned community builders who can navigate not just AI and VR, but the full spectrum of emerging tech. With over 70% of Web3 growth being driven by community engagement, being part of our troop is essential. Our troop is led by community builders like myself, with well over a decade of experience across education, fashion, and gaming. We are art, branding, marketing, and accessibility leaders. With members from top teams in the space, we are especially equipped to meet Web3's challenges. Scouts use our site to engage in familiar multiplayer merit badge modules. And on the other hand, contributors have access to a specialized dashboard for event management. We've simplified the Web3 experience, offering Scouts non-transferable and evolving credentials. And our platform encourages open dialogue, creating a more connected space built on mutual respect and consent. Scouts are empowered to participate in decision-making, which helps reduce risk and increase community trust. With over 200 members connecting with partners for exclusive benefits, we anticipate hundreds of teams in and beyond Web3 tapping into our expertise. We offer lifetime membership through NFTs and a familiar subscription service, allowing all members opportunities to own new skills they collect from other scouts. We're seeking intentional additions and connections to aid with marketing, development, and design. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to welcoming you to our troop.
Nice. Thank you, Riley. Yeah, looking forward to your feedback. Jamie.
Riley. I mean, I can attest Riley is a very strong community builder. She was with BFF in our earliest days and did a really fantastic job of building community. So I can say that she's the perfect person to be building this. I liked your statement that Web3 is maturing. I think that is smart and very on point and important. One thing it would be interesting to see is it sounds like there's three main tracks. So we have the event planning piece, there's the training for community builders, and then there's kind of this connection between scouts. So it might be helpful to see, how you're planning to release each phase. Is it all happening simultaneously? Where's most of the effort and focus going? And then also, community building is not a one size fits all approach. So how do we make it customizable? Maybe touching on that a little bit. But great job. I'm excited to see it grow.
Awesome pitch. In a previous life, I was an EdTech and future of work investor, so this really speaks to me. And specifically, your thesis around skills, not focused on schools. To build on that, what I think would be really strong is a clear archetype of user, of who's participating on this platform. What does that look like? I thought you outlined all your partnerships and a little bit of that acquisition model really well, but also showing the other side, the supply side. Where are you pulling this talent from? How is that growing over time as well? But overall, great job.
Yeah, I agree with the others. A great pitch overall. Community management is something that we focus on a ton in crypto, but it can be extended definitely into traditional Web 2 as well. So really cool product that you're building out. Would love, and I think this is more because of the short nature of these pitches, but would love to learn more about like those different verticals you're talking about, like the event planning and training and connection. Kind of got to gloss over a few of them, but to dive in a bit more would be really cool to see.
Yeah, echoing the same sentiments. Would love to hear a bit more. Would love to hear a bit more about the user acquisition strategies as well, and sort of the lifetime membership through NFTs. We kind of want to hear more details about that. Sounds very interesting what you're doing. I love the catchphrase skills not focused on schools type of deal. I think that's really catchy and something you could build on. And generally would want to hear a little more about kind of like how you grow and how you kind of address the TAM as you grow over time.
Thank you. Do we have Riley here to answer that? Maybe a question? Hi.
Hello. Thank you for your feedback. Really appreciate that. I did want to address a couple of things because, so we're starting out with one troop. And in traditional scouting, we have a large troop with a lot of members, and then there's patrols in that. So that's the sub-community aspect. And we grow by just creating more troops over time. And these contributors who have the lifetime membership are the ones actually making decisions and creating these events for people who are monthly members. So that's how it works. And these monthly members would collect skills from other contributors who are those lifetime members.
Yeah, and I think community management is something that will grow both in Web 2 and Web 3. So I think everybody who doesn't see it yet, how big this will be, is maybe from behind the moon. But yeah, really, thanks for building it and thanks for pitching today, Riley.
Thank you.
Bye. Cool. The next one is Dippy. It's more on the infrastructure side. So yeah, I think something else, something a bit different. Let's hear it.
And I'm co-founder and CEO of Dippy. So Dippy is a meta layer protocol for decentralized vaults to manage private keys. So our vision is to really make decentralized ecosystem to be both accessible and, most importantly, hacker-proof. So this problem, we heard this across the board, that not your keys, not your crypto. Recurrent private key management solutions like NPC, non-custodial, or custodial wallets compromise either asset control, trust, and increase security vulnerabilities. And you've seen this across the board, whether it's a completely custodial solution being sued because they lost a customer's private keys, to protocols, don't having the traditional infrastructure to have a security in their private keys and therefore being hacked. So our solution is a key management abstraction. So what we bring in key management abstraction are four things. The first one are decentralized vaults, which this is managed by our state observing network that function as a meta layer across any blockchain system to enhance security. Then we bring on-chain authentication. We're able to check users' transaction to an additional layer of authentication to make sure that the user is them. Then the other benefit that we bring is cross-chain compatibility. It's a seamless integration with any blockchain. We work with any public-private blockchain. And the last one is decentralized security. We eliminate any single point of failure because through our research, we were able to discover that as our network becomes more decentralized, we become more secure. And we could compare this to a 256 brute force attack and nothing will happen. So this is how it works. And in a nutshell, we will have authenticator groups per users that will hold secrets, and then dynamically groups will be formed to authenticate the users. And therefore, after that, a random graph, which will serve as a matrix to do the safe secret delivery. This is our competitive landscape, and we're in the middle of multiple technologies, from passwordless wallets to NPC wallets to key management protocols. This is our market potential. Basically, we will be able to monetize per transaction, charging a fee, and this is the amount of users that a current competitor has. So we did the comparable here, and we'll be able to be generating, if we had the same amount of 12 million users, $7.5 million only on fees. The traction that we have 2 LOIs resulting in 130K private keys coming through our protocol with a potential of 1 million. Our passwordless wallets has led to 40 to 60% conversion rates. We've implemented our token dynamics and monetary policy. And lastly, we've integrated with 10 and non-EVM blockchains. This is our team and our advisor team. We have advisors from Centrifuge, Round, Snapchat, and other venture firms. And our team works at YC startups, scale networks from 100 to 1K people, build ride-sharing apps, scale applications to 150K MRR. We won multiple Web3 hackathons, and we're a mathematician and physicist. So thank you very much.
Awesome, Doris. Really great pitch. You really fit a lot into it as well. Impressive also how it developed in terms of attraction. Jamie, do you want to share some feedback?
Yeah, lots of information there. I think it's a well-baked idea. Obviously, great team, strong traction. It's not my area of expertise, so in terms of product, I can't give too specific feedback. But I think I'd like to see a use case spelled out, maybe like something for a more layman, somebody who just needing to understand like what the most sort of entry level into this business might be, right? Because it sounds like the potential is very expansive. But great work.
Echoing Jamie, great presentation, and obviously you all have such a strong team. I actually want to go back to the market and just from outside perspective, building a product at the intersection of multiple markets. Obviously, that's a big opportunity, but a big challenge as well. And maybe spending another 20 to 30 seconds just really talking through not only where you sit in the market, but how you're pulling from the best of each of those 3 intersecting spheres. Because while they are similar, I think each one is a little bit different. So we'd love to hear a little bit more on that. Again, I know it's always so hard to fit that into a quick pitch, but overall, great job.
Yeah, I agree. The difficulties of doing an infrastructure pitch in 30 seconds. But I'd love to personally understand a bit more about how authentication of the users work here. And then as a point of clarity, you mentioned at the beginning like multi-party computation or MPC wallets being kind of a negative, but then I believe it was part of the Venn diagram at the end. So just trying to better understand like market positioning versus some of those other alternative solutions here.
Yeah, great job on the pitch. I know it's kind of challenging to explain what you did in that time, so well done. I would love to hear if your kind of go-to-market strategy is focusing more B2B or B2C, and I'd love to hear a bit about how you stack up versus your competitors. I mean, I'm aware of them. I use some of them for my own management, and just so you can kind of highlight yourself in the pitch in that way as well.
Do we have Doris with us?
Hey there, guys.
Hi, both. Yeah, do you have answers for us?
Yeah, I do have multiple answers. So I'll address the one of our competitors, which is the one that actually a lot of people ask us. We actually take the best of all those products and we convert it, right? So we do use NPC as part of our solution. And not that NPC is a negative thing, but all NPC wallets right now have semi-custodial custody of your keys, So that means that a part of your private key will be in a centralized service and they will be able to manage your private key. And we're moving away completely from that. That's why we're a meta layer on top of any blockchain because it's completely decentralized. and hence the part of the authentication that you ask us, right? So even though you put us a gun in our head, we won't be able to get your keys because we don't have it at any point. And that's like the hardcore of our research. We were actually the first CPG winners, and we've been doing research for 9 months on how to actually make this really secure. And you know, to answer that question on like our go-to-market strategy, it's really partnering with the blockchains. It's our main strategy right now. So that's why we're mostly focusing on non-EVM chains. So how this works for us is that we'll be able to generate these wallets, and therefore their private keys will go directly to our protocol. And then as we're able to generate wallets for, you know, companies that are not really tackling all these non-EVM chains, we're able to get, you know, more customers. That's basically our go-to-market strategy, if that makes sense. So we have like chains that none of our competitors that you probably use are not even interested in integrating, and we're actually integrating with them. So we have all those ecosystems that are pouring all that money in to grow their ecosystem to have like a more better onboarding experience, so to speak.
I love it. I love it how you developed it from when we first met. It's really going in a good direction. So yeah, very excited for it. Thank you guys for coming today.
Thank you.
All right, we have 3 startups left. We're just about in time. I think we will just about manage. So very well done. We're getting through in a really good way. The next one is 3 Spaces. Can we see it, please?
Hi, I'm Deborah Knipp. I'm the co-founder of 3 Spaces, a Web3 company that links artists with businesses and brands. Our women-led team feels now is the time to bridge digital art with in real-life communities. We do so by partnering with businesses and brands and bringing digital artist creations to the walls of businesses and to the face of products. We are trying to solve the problem of untapped market potential for businesses and brands that are not utilizing blockchain technology. There's limited access for artists and businesses to find each other, and representation is narrow, both in traditional gallery settings and in Web3. We are solving these problems by coaching businesses, brands, and artists on how to utilize the technology to monetize their products in wall space. We are a matchmaking agency, bringing them together with a keen attention to representation. With less than 15% of businesses utilizing the technology that provides direct access to almost 1 million talented digital artists, this is a vast market opportunity. Our services include partnership management by overseeing the relationship and deliverables of the innovative collaborations between artists and businesses. We curate and design for spaces and brands with a keen attention to aesthetics, but also shared values between everyone on the team. We host in real life events to showcase our artists and promote the business that are supporting them. We consult on the technology behind it. Our art links to online marketplace, to an individualized artist product page for each of our partnered artists, and we offer digital catalog displays. This is our core team, our strategic advisors. In 1 year, we have partnered with 12 successful businesses and with 4 national brands in the pipeline. We have hosted 8 in-person events from California to New York. We've partnered with a renowned winery in Napa Valley for a historical NFT project launching soon. These are some of our partners and customers that we've been working with over the past year, and many more to come. And this is some images from one of our partnered spaces, showcasing the art that is on long-term display in their walls, with the links back to the example here of one of our artist product page. And our team is comprised of entrepreneurs, designers, developers, and artists, and we are really excited for you to get to know what we are building. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Deborah. That was great. Yeah, Jamie, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I think it's a smart business. I think, you know, that you've shown strong traction, great partnerships. I think the biggest lingering question in my mind is, what is the revenue model? So going a little bit into that would be helpful.
Great presentation, and really respect the mission. As someone who's been an underrepresented founder, this really speaks to me. Echoing Jamie, would certainly love to better understand the revenue model, but also more specifically about the SaaS product or online marketplace itself, and just getting a better understanding of that. I think you did an awesome job explaining kind of full stack all the components of the business, but also spending a little bit more time on the, I would say, just tech-enabled product. And then lastly, a little bit more time on your team. I think a company at this stage really getting an understanding of who are the people that are building this and why you all are the best team to do it. But overall, great job.
Yeah, excellent pitch overall. I agree. Like what you're building essentially is a two-sided marketplace, right? Between the digital artists and the brands and businesses that want to work with them. It'd be really great to understand better about solving for both sides of those markets. So like, how does artist onboarding work? How do you scale to more businesses and brands? Like, I think that could really help drive home some of the value that you're bringing.
Yeah, these guys hit the nail on the head. For me, I wanted to hear a bit more about how you monetize all those different awesome services you outlined, as well as kind of if you're taking a customized approach or more of a standardized approach. I think there's a huge difference in the go-to-market strategies for those because you have a huge lift here, and I like it, and there's a need for it. And I'd also like to hear where you're at in terms of company growth, what raise round you're at. If there's any details about that as well in the pitch, that would be great.
Do we have Deborah with us? She's only here with audio. Ah, yeah, we see you. Hi.
Hi, everyone. I'm here. Thank you so much for everyone on the panel for being here today. And the CPG experience has been great. So I've appreciated all of your time and great questions. I think I'm only supposed to answer one, but I'll try to.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'll go with the revenue model because that one came up a few times. Jamie, unfortunately, I couldn't hear your feedback in the video. I was muted and I don't know why, but anyway, I think that it was covered by Joe in the end who summarized some of the questions. So we, there's definitely various revenue models. And I think part of being in a new tech space is continuing to adapt to what works and what doesn't. And over the past year, we have learned a lot in adapting to what we are doing moving forward. But we have at the moment 3 different revenue models. One is subscription based for the digital catalog, which is for some of the businesses that how we have sort of a Netflix style, option for art that meets the vibe of their space and the aesthetics of their space. We also have post revenue sales as part of our income. So we have some big upcoming projects with brands that we will be doing some high-end auctions, and our revenue from that will be post-auction. And then we also have consulting fees for brands and businesses that we are working with. So 3 different revenue models at the moment, and we will continue to pivot and adapt as needed as we go through the space. So
awesome. So thank you so much for the pitch. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a really good idea. And yeah, best of luck with it.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Bye. Okay, 2 last ones. The next one is also a winner from the last CPG Awards, Zealous. Can we see the pitch, please?
Did you know that the most successful creators spend at least 1/3 of their time marketing the content that they've already made? Hi. I'm Gregarious Narain, the co-founder and CEO of Zealous. At Zealous, we're using AI to turn time-strapped content creators into hyper-effective content marketers. Content creation is skyrocketed, but creators are overwhelmed by the work required to create and market content across multiple channels. I should know, my last podcast, we produced over 150 episodes, but barely had time to market any of it. That's where Zealous comes in. We make content marketing automatic. We do this by taking any recording you have, using AI and audience intelligence to find the best moments, by generating all of the marketing assets you need from text to audio to video, and then automatically publishing that content on your behalf. We designed Zealous as a suite of AI tools that helps any content creator be instantly better at marketing. Our tools all work standalone, but they're even better together. With an ever-growing number of creators, a surge in live content, and rapid advances in AI, now is the perfect time for Zealous. We deliver the efficiency and automation that content creators desperately need to be successful. We're focused on creators of all kinds, from Web3 builders to solo creators, all the way to full-time and corporate creators. Our customers love Zealous because we replace a bunch of disconnected tools with an integrated, fully automated solution that simplifies their content marketing efforts. In just 14 months since launch, we've gained 1,900 freemium users and have seen SaaS MRR double month over month since we started charging just a few months back. We make money largely from our SaaS subscriptions, but we also have ways for customers to add more capabilities and utility over time. We build Zealous because we know creators and marketers. Our last 3 startups all helped leverage content for marketing and sales. My co-founder and I are YC and Techstars alum, and we've been working together for more than 10 years. We're wrapping up our pre-seed round, which will give us 18 months of runway and help us reach cash flow positive. We'd love to tell you more about our vision and plans to revolutionize content marketing. We look forward to chatting.
Awesome. I love the pitch. I think Jamie, you might know Zealous already. So do you want to start?
Yep. We're users at BFF, very happy customers. So already a fan. I knew a lot about this brand, going into this pitch. I think it was well delivered. If there was anything I'd like to see more, and I know we're limited on time, but just maybe going a little bit deeper into the case study of maybe an influencer or a brand that you worked with, and exactly what you did to help them deliver. But yeah, awesome job.
Well, I'm a little jealous that Jamie's been a user because I'm very curious now of how the platform and product works. But overall, great pitch. I thought the flow, visuals, designs were all really, really compelling. And just to build off that feedback, would also love to better understand customer acquisition. The segments were super clear to me, but just getting a better understanding of what that flywheel looks like, specifically from a B2C or even B2B standpoint, and just a little bit more about that breakdown. But overall, great job.
Yeah, I agree. Excellent pitch. The super powerful potential here, right? To automate a content workflow, like it has to be super challenging as these creators to leverage all these different platforms. So building something like this is definitely useful. That being said, would love to dive in more on the revenue side. Like you mentioned, 1,900 freemium users using like a SaaS subscription model. But yeah, to dive in a bit more about how like the pricing and revenue flows work there.
Gregarious, really enjoyed your pitch. Thought it was great. I love that, and you were the only presentation to do this today. You wrapped up giving us a clear use case for the raise round funds, your runway, and exactly cash flow details as well. I personally would like to hear a bit of a walkthrough on the use case of the product. If I was an influencer, how I would benefit from using it. I know it was short, so I'm not going to hold you to the stake for not presenting that on this call. And as well, the team's really strong. You mentioned some YC co-founders involved. Not sure if that was you in particular, but could potentially consider leading with that as well. But overall, great job.
Do we have Greg with us?
Hi, everyone. Thanks for the feedback. I appreciate it. It's been a wonderful day here. Listen to all your pitches. I will address, I guess, both points that you did raise, though. On use cases, absolutely. I think the primary use case customer for us tends to be Web3 projects hosting Discord chats or Twitter spaces that basically, these are part-time, sort of managers, community managers and leaders sort of tasked with all these things about information sharing and getting that data back to their community, both as a retention tool, but also as a recruitment tool to like bring new members into the ecosystem. I think on pricing, yeah, our plans start at $10 a month. They go to 25 after that, and then 50 from there. But we also have add-ons, so you can add more time, transcription, rendering, whatever you may need. Those plans start at $5 a month and up. Since we started, average revenue per customer has grown from $10 to $20 just in the first 3 months as people sort of upgrade because they want to unlock capabilities or because they need more utility, right? So the more content you put in the system, more town halls, meetings, et cetera, the more you utilize the underlying platform. And then as we add new services like translation, AI, voice cloning, et cetera, that becomes new layers of utility that you can purchase and add on to the platform.
Yeah, and I should say we at CPG using Zealous as well for everything in the accelerator, definitely. So really, really cool product. Thank you so much, Greg, for joining today and pitching.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Now we're coming to our last pitch. Last one for the day is BlockLive. Can we see it, please?
Online ticketing has been stagnant for 40 years. 23 billion tickets were sold last year, but event creators saw 0% of the profits on resales. At BlockLive, we help event professionals create differentiated experiences and increase their take rate from ticket sales by providing a delightful event management platform that has all the tools necessary to produce and promote a 4,000-person conference. We also enforce producer royalties. Since winning the Solana Summer Camp Hackathon in September and launching the platform in December, we've increased GMV by 700%. And our first 3 conference partners who went live last month have already sold more than 200 tickets. More importantly, customers love the tickets they're selling and are blown away by how well BlockLive works in the real world. 50% of those who've tried the platform have already asked to do a second event. But what makes BlockLive different from every other NFT ticketing platform you've seen since 2016? From a product perspective, we take selling the event out seriously. Card payments, discounts, promo codes, marketing blasts. With everything that the blockchain provides, token gating, the freedom of ownership, and scalper-free tickets where royalties are enforced, all in one simple, unified checkout. BlockLive is native ticketing with a better UX than Web 2 and at a more competitive price point. We offer a simple subscription model. Customers pay annually upfront for the use of the platform, and we take a small percentage fee on every transaction. Our go-to-market is with paid crypto conferences, who for the first time can replace Eventbrite or Shopify with a native solution. But at the end of the day, what's most important in ticketing is access to inventory where the value proposition is strongest. And here we have the opportunity to leverage relationships we've been building in the Middle East for the past 14 years. MENA has no established secondary marketplace and is an opportunity to build a better ticketing system from the ground up. Our vision extends beyond ticketing. BlockLive will be the connection between the blockchain, autonomous agents, and the real world. We're building the largest live event ticketing and event services marketplace on the planet, and we invite you, of course, to join us and invest. We're raising our pre-seed. Thank you.
Awesome. For the last pitch, something from a completely different part of the world. Jamie, do you want to go with feedback?
Yeah, great pitch, great overview of the competition. It would be nice to hear plans for expanding from the Middle East. I think it's really compelling what you've done there, and it sounds like you want to be global. So a little more about building out that market. But yeah, great job. I look forward to seeing it grow.
Echoing that, great job. I know it's always tough to go last in a pitch, so thank you for doing a great job there. 2 kind of core follow-up questions, I think, for me, perhaps expanding a little bit more on why you chose conferences as your core wedge, given that in your competitive matrix you indexed a little bit more towards stadiums and entertainment experiences. And then 2, really obviously exciting to build up a new market from the ground up in the Middle East, but also perhaps getting a better understanding of exactly what that looks like. Again, probably hard to fit in a 2-minute pitch, but follow-up questions that come to mind from this. So overall, great job.
Yeah, agreed. Last but not least, but yeah, great pitch overall. Yeah, I'd love to learn more kind of about the raise and use of funds and how you're thinking about expanding from here. And to Jared's point, the focus on conferences where you were positioned more so on like the stadium and like your competitive graph. So yeah, great pitch overall.
Yeah, Paul, great job. Echoing similar thoughts to these guys. I'd love to hear a bit more about kind of the macro vision. At first, I was kind of thinking you were a direct like StubHub Ticketmaster competitor for Web3, but after speaking, it seems like you're actually expanding a bit more through these conferences and other avenues to be kind of not just exactly that type of marketplace. So with like a little more definition around that. And other than that, great job.
Can we bring Brent up? So Paul is on a flight. Brent is coming, the co-founder. Hi, Brent.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for all the comments, everyone.
Do you want to answer or ask a question?
Yeah, I can dive into the crypto conferences question and the general customer questions. So yeah, we do love the stadium play. There's a ton of tech to build. So we've kind of gone where we've found value and where people understand the NFT ticketing platform. And that's resonated really strongly with the crypto conference community. That's been our last few events. We just ticketed 2 last week for INSEAD. And so they get it and we're able to build out the tech. So yeah, that's been the plan through getting to stadiums eventually.
Cool, awesome. Well, you were the last one. Thanks for going last. Thanks for pitching today, and all the best. Have a good day.
All right, thanks.
Right. Thank you for everybody who pitched today. I know it's some of these pitches were really well crafted. I can tell you spent a lot of time on it. Thank you. And then of course we couldn't have done this day without our panelists. Thank you for your brain space, for the great feedback, for being honest and really helping the startups. And now it's time to vote. Or actually, you can already start, the panelists, thinking of your votes. Like you should, we will do that in private once we're offline, but you can start thinking about it. You should give your number 1 to your favorite and then 2, 3. And to the rest, I will quickly tell what happens next. Now the panelists will vote once we're offline. And then on Thursday, we will announce the finalists. We will have on Wednesday the pitch sessions 3 and 4. And then on Monday, we will do a similar show like today with all of the finalists. And then after that, the CPG community can vote on who will actually win the CPG awards and cash prizes. And on Wednesday, 31st of May, we will do the graduation awards and live show. We have a pour-up for the session. The secret phrase is crypto packaged growth. With that, thank you all for tuning in, who tuned in. Panelists, please stay on. But I say bye to everyone else who watched. Have a good day.